Look at what is being said, not who is saying it. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States and served from 1861 until his assassination in 1865. He was born in 1809 in Kentucky and grew up in Indiana and Illinois. Lincoln was primarily self-taught and became a lawyer and Whig Party politician. In 1860, he was elected as president and immediately faced the crisis of the American Civil War. He led the country through the war and worked to preserve the Union, end slavery, and modernize the economy. Lincoln is widely regarded as one of America's greatest heroes due to his role as the leader during the American Civil War and for his Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared slaves inconfederate, held territory to be free. On April 14, 1865, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. He remains one of the most famous and beloved figures in American history. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. The best way to predict your future is to create it. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another, but let him work diligently and build one for himself, thus by example assuring that his own shall be safe from violence when built. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. A house divided against itself cannot stand. It is not best to swap horses while crossing the river. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. The people will save their government if the government itself will allow them. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. Government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. Liberty is not the power of doing what we like, but the right to do what we ought. The people will have the right to elect their rulers or change them. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Am I not destroying my enemies when I make friends of them? I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. Point out to them how the nominal winner is often a real loser in fees, expenses, and waste of time. In great contests, each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. Both may be, and one must be wrong. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep doing so until the end. If there is anything that links the human to the divine, it is the courage to stand by a principle when everybody else rejects it. I'm a slow walker, but I never walk back. I never had a policy. I've just tried to do my very best each and every day. As our case is new, we must think and act anew. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. I believe that people should fight for what they believe, and only what they believe. We hope these words will help you succeed, and never forget to be kind to others.